should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him. And if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. In danger of an opening 3 and out. They face 3rd and 10. Setting up to throw is McCarthy. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
The Tennessee offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Texas Longhorn, now their rookie quarterback.
They find themselves coming off a win last week that came right down to the end, and the best teams in the NFL, Mike, they can win close games and they can win different style games. You're not going to blow people out consistently in the NFL. The league is just too good and has too much parity. But the teams that are the best in one-score games, they're often the ones finding themselves in the best position come playoff time.
Here's a first carry for their running back. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
They'll stay on the ground. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. With that, we give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game. 2nd down and 3. Off the play. Now he takes off. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
17 yards on that play. That's good for a Titan first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And the quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That is a gain of 15, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You have to come down with those opportunities. You're not going to get your hands on the ball very often as a defensive player. And when you do, let alone in the end zone, those are plays you just have to make. You can feel them starting to press a little bit, especially with this passing game. They find themselves so close to the end zone, they got to get it over the goal line. You got to be a little bit more accurate. You got to be a little bit smarter with the ball, and right now, the timing, the spacing, it's just not matching up. So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
The Vikings offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. He has run the ball well to this point in the season, right there amongst the NFL leaders in rushing. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Here's the punter now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Titans offense ready for their second possession. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. That is intercepted. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. Jason Sanders on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Vikings move out to a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
And the defense there to meet them. They'll hold them to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
Let's go now. Check.
He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds in great shape. Down at the 15-yard line. They'll come up here. 1st and 10. In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. We are through 1. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
A loss of a yard. It's 4th down.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Titans are back within 1. It's 7-6.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Throwing now, it's McCarthy. Oh, the blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down. Up the middle they go. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Cole Bishop up to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Quick throw, taken in. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. He is in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Minnesota. His 6th touchdown now for the season. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. The Titans offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. He's been filling up the stat sheet on a weekly basis, hasn't he? You get a look at where he ranks in terms of receptions by a wideout. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Third and 6. He'll look to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
Once the quarterback leaves the pocket, the hope is that it buys him a little time to allow second reaction from his receivers downfield. What he's not accounting for is the speed of a lot of these defensive ends in the league, Mike. He closed that distance a lot faster than I think the quarterback anticipated, and he comes away with the sack.
Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. The advantage is 8. We'll see if they can make this a 2-score game on this drive. First down and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. Play action now. It's McCarthy. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. Sending a receiver right. On play action, here's McCarthy. This pass right side. Going to be caught by Addison. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
They'll run. He'll try the left side now. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's third down and a few inches. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Nashville in a moment. Second down and 8. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. This one is caught by Addison. And he's gonna be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third down, 3 to go. To the air once more is McCarthy. He's got his man. It's Jefferson. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that third down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. These opportunities to come away with points continue to go up.
Throwing again is McCarthy.
a rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Looking to keep a promising drive alive. It is 3rd and a yard. That one, take it in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Quickly to the outside and complete.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Here's a timeout, Tennessee. That'll be their second as it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll look to throw yet again. He's going to keep it himself. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. So we come upon halftime, and the visitors, and no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Brown now to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Titans offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's found his receiver, Butte. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll look to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. It's a pickup of 12. First down for Tennessee.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
There's that man again. Another catch. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Vikings offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. This drive will start on the ground. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. He'll try again here. Second and 10. Here's McCarthy. He'll try to hit him with a screen. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
On third and long, here's McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down. Mike, living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now fair catch is taken back inside the 40. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense is really... Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. A handoff as they try to run it here. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Second and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
And this coverage breakdown, Mike, it's just completely unacceptable. You come out in dime defense. What that means is you have 6 defensive backs and only 1 linebacker most often. So for the offense to find an open receiver with that much space to operate, you just have to imagine there was some sort of breakdown in communication and execution, because he had a lot of room to operate, and that defensive coordinator is not happy.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face second down and 7. He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Here's a run. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense standing strong in the red zone. They drop him back at the 10.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is third and goal.
A gain of 5 yards brings up third and goal. Blitz
coming. He'll throw it. A Good blocking, and he's in. Touchdown, Titans. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6, and he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Following the kickoff, we have an injured player on the field. From the 25, they'll go to work, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. They'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. In motion, it's Jefferson. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd down. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot down the field. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting set for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. Nice job here by the defense. Did a good job just covering up everything for the most part. So once this ball was caught, really didn't have much of a choice but to just head out of bounds and pick up a modest gain.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the fourth quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late.
It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. So that's his second touchdown of this one, and he's got a half dozen for the year. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point by Sanders is good. And the Vikings will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take first and 10. The tight end, Okonkwo, is in motion. Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. Throwing right, it's taken in. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line. Connecting with his tight end, Okonkwo. And the Titans are going to have a first and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's found his receiver, Butte.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a...
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Vikings have got it. Any turnover down here hurts, Greg. These feel even worse because you have the reception. Looks like you're going to gain yardage, and then the fumble and the turnover, the defense takes the ball.
And they got exactly what they wanted out of the pass play, Mike. They're able to make the completion, but now as the ball carrier, you cannot be thinking, oh, I have to score, get it in the end zone. You still have to protect the ball. He doesn't. The ball gets knocked free, and the defense creates a huge turnover.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay. We might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee. or any other body part except the hand. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. Big play. 3rd and goal coming up. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
Now 4th down and goal.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's not going to get there. They stopped him at the goal line. It's a turnover on downs. Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time. And the defense thinking they have the safety here, but the spot is just outside the goal line. Good play, but no 2 points. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll turn and hand this one off. And nothing doing there. Might get it out to the 2, but that's all. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. He's to the 40. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. The extra point is good. And the Titans have cut the deficit to 5. A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. Past midfield.
That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense can just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down 2 and E. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and E. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. Victory formation here as he's down 2 and E.